Hello, this is Taku from The Right Standing, and today I'm going to try and wrap up with the time factor. But though time has an end, this topic seems not to have an end. It's like it keeps on going and going and going. But anyway, let's try and see if we can wrap it up. So today, I'm going to explain 3 statements that I have written in my articles and I have said over and over again during the course of this podcast. So I'll explain them so that they become more clear. The first statement is, we cannot control time. We can only manage it and manipulate it to our own gain. So I'm going to say it again. We cannot control time. We can only manage it and manipulate it to our own gain. The second statement goes like, you can never manipulate time to your own gain by studying time. I'm going to repeat that. You can never manipulate time to your own gain by studying time. It takes studying your own goal to achieve and attain such a valuable asset. So, the whole statement reads, you can never manipulate time to your own gain by studying time. It takes studying your goal to achieve and attain such a valuable asset. Now there is one that you won't find anywhere up until today, which is, life is measured in time and weighed in accomplishments. So these are the 3 statements that I'm going to try and explain in this little time that we have. So the first statement, we cannot control time, we can only manage it and manipulate it to our own gain. The amazing thing about time is that though we make mistakes, time is the one thing that gives us the chance to have a second chance. So time is constant, it's consistent, it never stops. So the moment you're born, the second keeps on ticking, the clock ticks, and there is no moment when you say time has stopped, because time keeps on going. By virtue of its continuity and us not being able to stop it, give us 0 control over it. But when it comes to management and manipulation, that's where we might have a chance. Though the chance is not given to everybody, but there is a chance when you can use time to our own gain. The example is so clear, and I think we see it every day. People who have been able to use time to their own gain, and now they're also including other factors as well. So, when it comes to manipulation, this brings me to the second stage. You can only manipulate time to your own gain by study. You cannot manipulate time to your own gain by studying time. But the only way you can do it is studying your goal, which is explained by studying your goal is studying your vision, studying your desired achievement. And by doing so, you are able to arrange your things in a certain order. The previous session I gave an example of Jesus. He was given 3.5 years to complete his mission, but because he knew his vision, he knew his goal, he knew what he was supposed to do, there are several occasions when it is written that they wanted to stone him, or they wanted to kill him, but then he would just pass through them because the time was not right. So when you know your vision, it's easier to use time to your advantage than when you don't know your vision. So instead of going to study time, you would rather study your vision so that you are able to accomplish within the time frame that you have. And now, when we're talking about time frame, it is the measure. So life is measured in time. The third statement, and weighed in accomplishments. So When a person dies, what do we say? They lived 80 years. And what is 80 years? 80 years is time. So we are measuring how they have lived in time, how long they have lived in time. Which is, well, it's funny that we value life so much and yet regard time so little. When a person is having a birthday, what are we celebrating? We're saying happy birthday. We're celebrating the amount of time that person has been alive. So the only measure of life is time. But then after a person dies, though we are measuring time as the measure of their life, there is something that we also use. We weigh life, like their accomplishments. We take an example of Abraham Lincoln. I'm not even sure how old he is. I am certain that he died because of some riot. I'm not sure what it's called, but what he did, it changed America forever. And that was his accomplishment, which automatically gave his life so much weight that even up to date he's still being spoken of. Martin Luther King. Jesus died before he even reached 40. There are a lot of people who didn't die old, but because they had made huge accomplishments, their lives are in remembrance. So life is measured in time and weighed in accomplishments. Well, I guess this wraps up much of time. Tomorrow we're going to be discussing about who is able to achieve, just like I promised in season 1. Have a good day. Taku out.